Netflix has become a home for some of the most brutal action films in recent years. Movies packed with intense fight scenes, gritty storylines, and unflinching violence. In today's video, we'll discuss 10 brutal action movies currently streaming on Netflix. Before we get started, don't forget to like and subscribe. Havoc. Havoc is a gritty, hyper-violent thriller directed by Gareth Evans and starring Tom Hardy, released in April 2025. It's one of the most anticipated and intense action films of the year. Evans, the mastermind behind The Raid, returns with a vengeance, this time teaming up with Hardy, who plays a broken detective caught in a political nightmare. His mission? Find a missing kid. Sounds simple, until it isn't. The city is corrupt, violent, and crumbling from within.
What brings you boys here? We didn't want to miss out on all the fun.
The deeper Hardy digs, the uglier it gets. Lies, betrayals, chaos. Classic Evans, raw, relentless, and unapologetic. The cast is stacked too. Forrest Whitaker, Timothy Olyphant, Luis Guzman, Jessie May Lee, each delivering powerful performances. At an hour and 45 minutes, it's all killer, no filler. Brutal fights, Hong Kong-style action, but grittier. Athena. Athena is a gripping French drama that feels more like an experience than just a film. Directed by Romain Gavras, it opens with one of the most intense sequences in recent cinema, a 10-minute one-shot riot that throws you straight into the chaos. The story follows three brothers struggling to cope with the death of their youngest sibling, allegedly at the hands of the police. As the Athena housing complex descends into turmoil, the conflict escalates into a full-blown battle between the residents and law enforcement. With stunning long takes, immersive camera work, and powerful performances, Athena delivers a modern tragedy about rebellion, identity, and loss, all set against the backdrop of systemic unrest. The haunting music heightens the tension, giving the film a timeless, almost mythic quality. The Killer. Very similar in vibe to last year's The Day of the Jackal. The Killer is David Fincher's sharp and thrilling take on a hitman bound by his own code, based on Alexis Nolan's graphic novel and adapted by Andrew Kevin Walker. The film stars Michael Fassbender as an unnamed assassin. Fassbender plays a man who leads a calm, disciplined life until a job goes wrong and everything begins to unravel. He practices yoga, reflects on morality, and listens to the Smiths, delivering a performance that's both chilling and captivating.
What's in it for me? Stick to the players. Empathy, weakness, this is what it takes if you want to succeed.
The story moves from Paris to the Dominican Republic, New Orleans, and beyond, as the assassin tries to stay ahead of those hunting him. Fincher's direction is meticulous, with each scene crafted to feel precise and immersive. Fassbender masterfully portrays the hitman's cold exterior and growing inner conflict, making The Killer a gripping watch from start to finish. Headshot. Headshot is absolutely brutal, completely bonkers, and ridiculously entertaining. Iko Uwais stars as Ishmael, a man with amnesia, deadly reflexes, and a kill count that rivals a war zone. After waking up from a coma, he discovers his past is tangled in a child soldier death cult led by the sinister Lee, and now everyone wants him dead. The story? Secondary. The fight scenes, front and center. Bone crunching, eye gouging, machete to the face kind of front and center. The action is relentless, the gore is gleeful, and the martial arts choreography is pure cinematic mayhem. If you're into wild Indonesian action flicks that don't pull punches, literally, this one's for you. Iko Uwais cements his legend status here. Polar. Polar is a hyper-violent, neon-soaked action thriller starring Mads Mikkelsen as Duncan Visla, a legendary assassin known as the Black Kaiser. Just days away from retirement, he finds himself double-crossed by his shady employer and hunted by a group of younger, flashier killers. Living quietly in a snowy cabin, Duncan starts a simple friendship with his neighbor Camille, but when she is kidnapped, he is forced back into action. Duncan fights back with full force, going after those who betrayed him. The movie is full of action, gunfights, over-the-top violence, almost like a comic book. Polar is a story about survival, revenge, and a man who refuses to be pushed aside. Rogue City.
On est tous dans le même bac à sable. On va tous morfler sur ce coup-là.
Rogue City is a gritty French crime action film set in Marseille. It follows a special police unit caught between brutal gang wars and deep-rooted corruption within their own ranks. These officers often bend the rules to get results, but after a fatal misstep, their world begins to unravel. As tensions escalate, loyalty breaks down, leading to betrayal, revenge, and explosive shootouts.
Touche au mien, dois songer à protéger les siens. Maintenant, t'es prévenu.
Depuis quand tu mens?
The line between hero and villain quickly blurs, with the team facing pressure from both the streets and their own department. It's a raw, chaotic ride, and absolutely worth sticking around for. Unfiltered and unapologetically French. Extraction 1 and 2.
I'm not brave.
You rescue people.
Netflix's hit action franchise. Extraction is one of the most watched movie series on the platform. So far, it includes 2 films, 2022 Extraction and 2023 Extraction 2. The story follows Tyler Rake, a black market mercenary who is first assigned to rescue the kidnapped son of an Indian crime lord in Dhaka, Bangladesh.
You told me to find the reason I fought my way back.
After surviving that deadly mission, Rake returns in Extraction 2 to save the family of a Georgian crime boss from a high-security prison. Both films are packed with intense action sequences, highlighting Rake's brutal combat skills and clever tactics in life-or-death rescue operations. A third Extraction film is in development, and if all goes well, we might see it hit screens in 2026. The Shadow Strays.
Kita datang untuk menetralisir, bukan untuk menolong atau bernegosiasi.
The Shadow Strays is a 2024 Indonesian action crime thriller from director Timo Tjahjanto. The story follows Codename 13, a 17-year-old assassin who's suspended after a botched mission in Japan. During her break, she bonds with Monji, an 11-year-old boy whose mother was killed by a crime syndicate.
13.
But when Monji is kidnapped, 13 goes rogue, defying her organization, the Shadows, to save him. Along the way, she faces her mentor and the system that made her. Packed with intense action and surprising emotional depth, the film dives into themes of redemption and loyalty. AKA
Une nouvelle vie, une nouvelle identité.
AKA is a French action thriller that really surprised me. It stars Alban Lenoir as Adam Franco, a tough undercover agent sent to infiltrate a dangerous crime gang. The mission gets complicated when he forms a bond with the gang leader's young son, adding real heart to all the violence. The action scenes are simple but very well done. Nothing too flashy, but they feel real and intense.
J'ai cru comprendre que t'étais prêt à mourir. Qu'est-ce que tu dirais de tout effacer?
Alban Lenoir, who also helped write the film, plays the quiet but strong hero really well. And yes, Eric Cantona, the famous footballer, gives a solid performance as the crime boss. The movie is gritty, fast-paced, and more emotional than you'd expect from this genre.
Old Boy.
Old Boy is a brutal and brilliant masterpiece of revenge cinema. Director Park Chan-wook delivers a surreal, gut-wrenching story about a man who is mysteriously imprisoned for 15 years, then suddenly released and thrown into a nightmarish game of vengeance. No warning, no explanation, just revenge. What follows is a harrowing journey for answers, leading to one of the most shocking plot twists in film history. The cinematography is pure art, the hallway fight scene is iconic, and Choi Min-sik's performance is unforgettable.